Hey kids, it's Dad. Welcome back to the Gaming with Dad show. Today we are looking at Bee Simulator for the Nintendo Switch. But before we do that, go on ahead, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment, share this video out with all of your friends. Hell, buzz on down to the park, plant a big, beautiful wildflower garden in the shape of Tgwds. And let's grow this channel a little bit more as we march towards 500 subscribers. So yes, Bee Simulator for the Nintendo Switch, presently $199, regularly $39.99. Holy crap, that is one hell of a deal. See the world through the eyes of a bee. Explore world inspired by Central Park, where you can take part in bee races, collect pollen and from rare flowers, and defy dangerous wasps. Originally released November 12th, 2019, single system, 1 or 2 players. Education, simulation, adventure, study, from Untold Tales, rated E for everyone, supports all 3 play modes. It is a whopping 7.5 gigs. So this is one of those big fat bumblebees, not one of those little wimpy ones. So yes, Bee Simulator. My original impression of this was, oh god, it's going to be another Unity game. But no, it's not Unity. It's Unreal Engine. And Unreal Engine does produce beautiful, beautiful games. And I'm going to be truthful. This game looks nice. When you're flying around, buzzing around outside, it actually looks good. When you're in the hive, it looks good. The characters, well, the insects, all look pretty good as well. Now, it does have a little bit of that Nintendo 64 haze and maybe a little Vaseline on the lens to blur things up, make it look a little bit better. That does get a little distracting. Would have preferred much crisper graphics, but outside of that, it looks really pretty good. And so I am giving graphics an 18. Sound-wise, you get voiceovers. The bees talk to you. The wasps talk to you. It's really quite impressive. Although at 7.5 gigs, I would expect voiceovers. And so it does its job well. You do kind of get that feeling of the city around you if you're in Central Park and you go to the Central Park Zoo and the bee talks about how the rhinos are just massive animals. I am giving sound a 17. We're sitting at a score of 35 right now as we go into the controls. The flight controls on this game are okay. They're not great. And you can, at times, get turned around and lost because, of course, we are used to 2-dimensional thinking and bees fly in 3 dimensions. They do actually have X, Y, and Z axes that they move along on, and that can be difficult. But when you get into some of the mini games where you're fighting and you have to press the proper buttons, that's all clearly defined and easy enough. When you end up having to do dance moves, because it's a bee life, bees dance to communicate, even though they can talk in this game, which, why do they have to dance? I don't know. But yes, altogether, the controls are actually functional. They get a 16. We're sitting at a score of 51. Now get on to gameplay. So, gameplay. You do fly around. You have to go and collect pollen, and especially rare flower pollen, which you can see in bee vision by pushing it on the right thumbstick. Uh, but it's essentially hunting for these globes. B races are essentially a Superman 64 ring race where you have to fly through rings and use your bee speed power up to catch other bees or beat them on the races and everything. And even the battle scenes, it's more or less just 3 button presses. You sometimes 4, but you either have to press Y or press X. And then bee dancing is the old Simon light game, more or less, where you go left, right, up, down, based on whatever the bee in front of you did. And that unlocks other stuff. So gameplay is actually really boring. I mean, that's just it. It is actually boring. Flying around, yeah, it's great being a bee, but it's not interesting. Fighting wasps are kind of dull. Protecting the hive and everything is lackadaisical at best. That's the biggest sin this game has, which is it's boring. And even though there's a variety, the variety is also boring. I am giving gameplay a 12. We're sitting at a total of 63 right now as we move on to value. I can't tell you what I would be saying if I had spent $39.99 on it, but no. $1.99, and that sale is good through March 4th. I'm not as upset. $1.99 is a very fair price for what is ultimately a beautiful but flawed experience insofar as it's just boring. Even the story of the humans wanting to cut down the tree is boring. But at $1.99, it's non-offensive. I'm giving it 15. The Bee Simulator gets a total of 78. It lacks the quirky glitches of Goat Simulator. It's actually a simulator that is too well polished. Possibly with beeswax, I don't know. But it is just a dull game, and even though this is a high C, I really can't recommend picking this up. Thank you so much.
Hey, if you've made it this far through the video, make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment. I've also posted 2 other videos down here as well as a subscribe link. So click, enjoy. That's kind of how the algorithm works.